Hello friends. You know, Jerry and I, we do love to travel, and a lot of times we will travel for business. Very specifically, we want to go to a certain place for a specific reason. And then sometimes we are blessed to be able to travel just because the place is really cool and it has a lot of history to it and we feel a connection to it and it's for a lot of fun. Yes, there is a little bit of business involved, but it is just a joy to travel. Well, that is the case with this trip. Welcome to Gardening with Creekside and welcome to Laurel, Mississippi. We are so excited to be here. This has literally been a dream of mine and Megan's, our daughter. She is here with us to come visit Laurel for many, many years. If you're familiar with Laurel, Mississippi, then odds are you're probably familiar with Ben and Erin Napier, right? So they are just a fantastic couple that have really kind of revitalized their hometown. And so we are here to visit and to enjoy this space. We too are from a very small hometown, of course, in Dallas, North Carolina, very much like Laurel, and we too are small business owners. And so we had just a really great connection to come here and visit, and so we are going to bring you along for the journey. So without further ado, right behind me is the Scent Library. You may remember that in the fall we began carrying the candles from the Scent Library, and so we are here to visit the home store. Yes, my friends, we popped in just for a little bit and it is about as cozy as you would imagine. Come on, let's go visit. All right, my friends, welcome to the Scent Library. Yes, we are in. Is this not the cutest, coziest little library filled with all of the fantastic fragrances? Because every scent tells a story. Y'all know how much I absolutely adore these candles. I don't know what it is, but for some reason, I have always been drawn to fragrances tied with memories, right? And so that is just innate in us. And for me, that is really strong. So certain fragrances will trigger very fond memories and give me that warm, cozy feeling. And so it's really fun to come in here. Not only is it a very cozy environment, it smells fantastic in here. So just to kind of come through and walk through, I love how it is, of course, displayed in here. It is that a library filled with all of these different fragrances. So one of my absolute favorite candles, of course, is Tudor. So this is just an absolutely divine candle because it has that Earl Grey and bergamot fragrance to it. This is, yeah, absolutely. If you're going to come into my house, 9 times out of 10, you're going to smell that Tudor is burning. And as a little side note, of course, it comes in, they've got all sorts of everything, right? So you have got either the candle in the different sizes, you've got the scent sprays, and then the wax melts are here as well. And then a little side note, y'all, in Tudor, they make a soap. That is right, and it smells exactly like the candle. So you've got that Earl Grey and bergamot fragrance. Absolutely divine. So just like in a book library, the Scent Library has all of their different fragrances kind of categorized. So this is like your travel section. So you've got the Mississippi candle, you have got Fairhope, which, as y'all know, remember we went to South Alabama, the lower Alabama in the, what was that, November, December, where we went, and Fairhope, that's right, the town of Fairhope. So they have their own candle here as well, and it reminds me of you, like of the ocean. Lovely. So lots of fun little areas right here, and then as we're traveling through, nice, really, when you come, it's like the essence of like coziness and makes you feel at home. And so being a small town girl, and not only growing up in a small town, but this also being here in Laurel very much reminds me and kind of gives me those vibes of growing up as a little girl and visiting my grandmama Betty in the lower parts of South Carolina. It's absolutely lovely. All right, so here we are in the garden section of the library. So fun. And y'all, this is the coolest thing, is that Erin has done such a fantastic job with capturing the different fragrances. For example, so here we have garden tomato. And you may think, garden tomato as a candle. Well, it really does work. Absolutely. It smells like a fresh tomato on the vine and everything. And since Jerry's favorite fruit is a tomato, this is quite apt for us. So we have got that. You have got the lemon icebox pie. So my sweet friend Amber, her absolute favorite pie is a lemon meringue pie. So this is definitely like her top favorite fragrance. And then garden mint. There is something so like refreshing about mint, right? It just naturally cools you off on a hot summer day. I love adding mint to my water with some lemon. So now we have a candle that brings that same fresh brightness to your house. So you've got the garden mint, and then you know how much I absolutely adore roses. So here we go. We have got, I'm going to butcher that, so we'll just let the camera show that. Oida, I'm gonna say Oida, garden. Roses absolutely captures the perfect fragrance of a delicious old rose. So there we go. So we have got all the different sections. Then of course you have got, I call them the avenues, right? So you've got all the different avenues featuring lovely, just different fragrances. So whether like 6th Avenue is one of my absolute favorites. I have this going all the time. And then the room spray is lovely. This, so on the 6th Avenue, you have got fragrances of like raspberries and goji berries, just very sweet and floral. Fantastic. And then what's so fun is when we came to the scent library, there's a section over here where they have got a whole area where you can create your own candle label. So you can name the perfect candle. So what they have is set up based off of the fragrances, right? So whether you like something fruity or floral, citrus or woody and earthy, you name it. So you can come pick your candle, pick the color that you want, and then they have the labels. So you can go through and you can label and name your own perfect candle. Isn't that the cutest little thing ever? I love that. So you can commemorate your trip, and maybe you have the sensational Simpsons summer. I don't know, right? Whatever it maybe it is. And then of course that you can take it home with you. So really fun with that. All right, my friends. So we are going to actually head out of here. We are get to go to the candle factory. So we've got some fun little things that we are going to look behind the scenes. You know, some of it you just can't show it all, but we are going to go visit the factory where all these beautiful candles are made. And then we are going to come back here. We have got something very special that we are going to share with you. So let's take a little journey. My friends, we have had the absolute most fun exploring Laurel. This is one of the sweetest little towns, and we have had the most fun. So we went into Laurel Mercantile, of course, the flagship store here at Laurel, and just all sorts of fun things. We took some sweatshirts and some headbands, and they have all sorts of great things. And of course, I would say though, out of all this experience, the best thing is the people. We have spent the day with some of the folks from Laurel, and they have just been so kind and so generous. It's interesting to hear that a lot of them have roots here in Laurel. So they have grown up here, they live here. Of course, some have moved in, but everybody has been with Laurel for multiple years. Of course, just fantastic, loyal employees of the company, and it truly is reflective in how they speak and talk about this town and everything that it means to them. You can tell that they are very, they just love where they live and they love what they do. And then we went to Scotsman. So that's the thing, if you've never been to Laurel, which we did not know before we came, but everything is just right here together. So it is super easy to park along the streets here downtown. That is the great thing about visiting a nice small southern town, is that it's pretty relaxed around here. So you can park and then you can just walk all the way around. So we went to the Scent Library, Laurel Mercantile, and then the Scotsman store, which is fun. They were not filming today, so Ben was not in the workshop turning out any of his gorgeous wood products, but we've got to see all of the fun things. And then if you come during those warmer months, then there is like the Snowball store. They have, y'all, they have a walk-in refrigerator of the old-timey glass bottles of the soda. So you can go in there and you can make your own 6-pack of sodas. It was a really cool thing. So if you're not familiar with Laurel and things that Ben and Aaron really do endorse and really kind of take hold of, it is those family, made in America, that small town feel, kind of that old, bringing back the old timey feel of all those great things of yesteryear, shall we say. But again, it has been a fantastic day here. We ate at Fresh, which was fantastic. Now it is currently the whole street that is in front of Fresh is under massive construction. Jackson would be envious that he was not here because they had all sorts of excavators and everything going on out there. But really a delicious fresh lunch. It was fantastic. So there's lots of different places for you not to only eat. We had coffee early this morning at Manuscript Coffee Shop, which is just right up from the Scent Library. I mean, what else do you need? Good coffee, good food, good people, and fun shopping in that small town atmosphere. So I have been teasing that we have something to share with you. So we're going to head back to the Scent Library and share a very fun project that has been under wraps for quite a while, and now we finally get to tell it to you. Okay, my friends, so this has been such a fun secret to keep, but we have partnered with the folks here at the Scent Library and Laurel Mercantile to create our very own candle. That is right. I am so excited to introduce to you Golden Hour. So Golden Hour is that candle that you light at the end of the day. Golden Hour has always been my most favorite time of the day. You've put in a great hard day's work. You're at home and you're ready to unwind and relax. The sun is starting to go down and have that beautiful glow in the house. This is when you light Golden Hour to welcome your family back in from a long day. You're getting supper prepared. Everybody's trying to get relaxed. You get your bath, you get your comfy clothes on, your pajamas, and you have Golden Hour going in your house just to create that warm atmosphere that is all things good and family and love. So we are so excited that we were able to partner with the folks again at Laurel Mercantile and the Scent Library to bring you Golden Hour, Creekside Nursery's signature candle. Very, very excited about it. I want to give a huge, big thank you to everybody here in Laurel and the entire staff of Laurel Mercantile, from Allie and Brooke and Sam and Jace to the ladies who were pouring our candle and making our candle. The entire staff has been nothing but hospitable and warm and inviting. If you ever get to be a chance to come to Laurel, Mississippi, if you find yourself in the region, I would highly encourage you to come on and stop by, because there is so much to see and do here, and you are absolutely going to fall in love with this place and the people. Again, a huge thank you to everybody here for all of your love and grace and your support through this endeavor of creating the Golden Hour. As always, we so appreciate all of you sweet people watching, and we hope you have a fantastic day. We will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.